Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. The Crystalized episode review grind begins now as we take a look at episode 19, Crystastrophe. The Overlord and Ruby discuss their upcoming plans, and the Overlord reveals that he plans to take control of the elements of creation. They begin an assault on a rural village, and the ninjas show up in their vehicles to defend the innocent citizens and stop the Overlord. Meanwhile, Wu talks about how the Overlord returned, and he realizes that someone has been sending him clues hinting at the Overlord's return for some time now. They contact the paperboys at Ninjago City, who discover that Vinny, the edgy TV reporter, sent these letters. So Wu and Lloyd go to confront him, but are surprised when they see that Garbodon answers the door instead. Once again, we get a pretty good episode of the Overlord. I like hearing him discuss and clarify his plans, how initially he planned to wipe out the ninja, and I guess have their powers be reborn in new hosts. I think it's pretty interesting to see him talk about that. And yeah, his design is awesome. I just love the idea of him floating on this huge temple that travels across Ninjago. Crystalized has been portraying the Overlord really well so far, showing him kind of as godly and supernatural. I mean, he even has the ability to float for pretty much no reason other than it's super cool. This is a very action-heavy episode, and it's really good. The ninja vehicles are put to good use here, and I like seeing that the vehicles are definitely being used a lot. I mean, usually in past seasons, we'll see them for a bit, and then they'll get disposed of, but in this season, we've seen him at the start, and once again, we're seeing him here. I really like the Vengestone Warriors. They're like the Stone Army, but a little cooler, probably because they've been established in past seasons with the whole buyer story. But yeah, they're pretty cool. I like that they're able to crystallize or infect other people. There's something just very unsettling about that. Wu discussing the Overlord is great. It offers a lot of insight to how specifically he was able to come back. And yeah, in past seasons, we've seen more battles, more fights. All of this has fueled the Overlord's final return. The whole newspaper thing is a bit sudden, kind of comes out of nowhere. But then again, I'm not really sure if they could have built this up in past episodes. So what we get here is fine. Nice to see the newspaper workers back, even if for a bit. And I guess the final thing to discuss here is Garbodon. He's back, not really the way I expected at all, but as strange as it is, it somehow works. There's something just very funny about seeing Garbodon in this robe, ordering pizza from an apartment, even if this isn't really the way I expected him to come back. It's funny, there's definitely some comedy here, but they treat it seriously as well. Ruby, I'm not really sure how to feel about this episode. I hate this idea that Ruby had feelings for Lloyd, because she didn't. It was fake. I mean, that was the entire point of her plan in Season 8. And then there's this line.
That's not true. I hate silence.
I just don't like this at all. I really don't like the idea of Ruby being this love-struck teenager who's denying that has romantic feelings. This just feels so juvenile. It feels like something you'd see in high school. You might see this as a nitpick, and honestly, that's fair, but I just don't like this depiction of Ruby. The plot here is pretty solid. It works with the 11-minute format. We see some really good action scenes, but also there's kind of this sense of mystery as to who predicted the Overlord's return, and of course, that's Garbodon. Wu is also good in this episode. I like how they addressed the Overlord's return, and I also enjoyed the Overlord and the ninja. As I said, Ruby's portrayal in parts of this episode is not really good. Action is very good here. I love the ninja vehicles and the Crystal Warriors. And emotion, I guess seeing Garbodon at the end was super cool. It was just super random, but again, somehow it worked. This episode gets a 9 out of 10 for me. It was a very strong episode, and we're now seeing Garbodon back, and definitely some very exciting stuff to come from that. Thank you for watching, guys. If you enjoyed, please leave a like, subscribe, share with anyone ever you know. Share thoughts on episode 19, Crystastrophe below, and I'll see you guys next time.